Okay, everyone, let us now run through the methodology. So pardon me for the chickens, they're an ever presence here in our landscape. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is to determine YC, which is the general solution of our homogeneous equation, so the associated homogeneous equation. Okay, so we already know how to do this. We can use the auxiliary equation method for this, right? We already discussed that in lesson 3.3. So once you get your YC, you can set it aside first, and we will get the other term of our general solution, which is YP. Now we can solve YP using the method of undetermined coefficients. Now what is the first step for the method of undetermined coefficients? Now the first step is taking a look at g of x. Now taking a look at the form of g of x, because we can make an informed guess or an educated guess of the form of yp based on the form of g of x. Now what makes this possible? The thing that makes it possible is a unique property of this set of functions that we've defined in the previous video, because the sum and product of these functions are also the derivatives of the sum and products of these functions are also again sum and products of these functions. So it can be a little bit unclear, but in order to make it a little bit clearer, let's cite an example. Let's say we have g of x is equal to 5e raised to 2x. Okay, now the appropriate guess for this would be, appropriate form of yp would be a, which is an arbitrary constant, and e raised to 2x. Okay, so if we take y prime of p, we will get 2a e raised to 2x, right? And then y double prime of p is equal to 4a e raised to 2x. So as you can see, if we take a look at this part right here, as you can see, the first derivative and the second derivative have the same format. We have here constants, and then we have here our exponential function, right? So this is the exact property that makes this method possible. Okay, so now that you have your guess, you can then substitute it, that yp and its derivatives to the left hand side. Now what will happen is that we will get a similar form, a function with a similar form with the g of x. Okay, so once you get that, you can then compare the coefficients, and then we can find them using systems of equations, and then actually that is the final step. So once you find the coefficients, you can then find your yp. You can substitute it to your arbitrary constant a here, and then you can then have your general solution by adding your yc and your yp. Okay, to make this all concrete, we will do examples in the next video, and yeah, we will do different cases, so in the hope of making this methodology more clear. Okay, so thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.